Hello and welcome to Featherlight Stories. One new story every Thursday and Sunday. Stories you can think about or talk about or feel inspired by, but stories that will always help you feel calm. My name is Cedric, and this is episode 13, Medusa at the Mall. I would like to begin with a short introduction of Medusa because if I skip this, you might think I'm making up this story. Medusa is a beautiful woman who was born almost 4,000 years ago, so it's perfectly safe to say that time has been gentle to her. Beautiful, though, is a bit of a debatable word that we can use to describe her, for instead of a nice haircut, she has snakes. Her head is covered with them, each growing out of her skull head first, meaning their dark green and brown tails are invisible. They hiss and constantly move their fiery red forked tongues back and forth. Being a woman with snakes for hair is enough for people to call you a monster, which thousands of years ago was sufficient reason for the great Greek hero Perseus to go after her. He was warned about what truly makes her so dangerous. One quick look into her eyes instantly turns anyone into stone. According to the myth, Perseus, with some help of the goddess Athena, tracked her down and cut her head off. But this is only a myth. If this story were actually true, then how could it be that Medusa visited a mall not all that long ago? Medusa was wearing a hat and dark, large sunglasses, pretty much covering all what makes her look like something a Greek hero needs to kill. Perhaps some people did mistake her for some famous movie star, but she was otherwise able to shop for new clothes without being bothered by anyone. Medusa's taste can be labeled as classical. She tried on a few white and salmon pink dresses, and even if it was something really modern for her, a rather short skirt. She was particularly interested in a pair of snakeskin boots, which, after having inspected them thoroughly, she tried on, causing the snakes under her hat to start hissing violently. When that happened, the lady who worked at that shoe shop became a bit worried. Medusa tried to reassure her by telling her the sound came from her handbag, but that only made it worse. The lady expressed her worry, not helped at all by the fact that her customer was wearing huge black sunglasses. Medusa, now also worried because she had no interest in causing a scene, quickly took off her sunglasses. She did so without thinking, because as soon as the lady saw her eyes, she turned into stone. "Stupid," she said to herself, and slapped herself on the forehead, giving one of her snakes a concussion in the process. She quickly looked around and felt a sense of relief as she noticed there were no other customers in the shop. To cover up what she had just done, she put a white dress that she had just bought on the lady and decided to lift her into the pair of snakeskin boots. Medusa looked at her from a little distance and realized how bizarre it was, at least for any soon-to-arrive customers, that there was a dressed statue in the middle of the shop. She dragged it to the back of the stall, but it looked creepy and too obvious that she had tried to hide something. So, instead, she then carried the stone woman to the front and placed her in the shop window. Medusa figured that nobody would suspect something nefarious had happened here, with the evil deed being so obvious and visible to anyone. Hidden in plain sight, just like she did with herself when she walked around with her hat and sunglasses. Before she left the shop, a customer walked in. It was a woman, and she pointed at the boots in the window and asked if she could try them on. Medusa, who had quickly put her shades back on, wanted to explain that she didn't work here, but then understood that there was nobody left here to help customers. She would have given her the boots for free if they hadn't been worn by a woman she had just turned into stone. Not taking any risks, she told the customer that these boots were not for sale, but the woman didn't take no for an answer. Medusa, losing her patience and only concerned with leaving this shop as quickly as possible, took off her sunglasses and, just like the saleswoman, the customer turned into stone within a second. Annoyed, Medusa reached into her bag and dressed the stone woman in her salmon pink dress and grabbed a pair of matching shoes from a shelf, after which she lifted the statue into them. With her strong arms, she placed the customer next to the saleswoman in the shop window. Then, not giving any other customer a chance to walk into the shop while she was still there, Medusa walked out. Without her white and pink dress, and further annoyed by her shopping time resulting in no additions for her wardrobe, she left the mall. Inside the mall, however, shop owners near the shoe shop noticed the two ladies in the window and instantly felt jealous about this ingenious idea. Soon after, they placed their own human-like figures in their own windows. It was unique at that time, but nowadays you can see this everywhere. If Medusa does return to a mall wearing a large hat and dark sunglasses, it's pretty sure she must be thinking her sisters went on a shopping spree.